we've done this. We've
I'm
beaten this
listening.
topic to death. But God damn it, it's just too expensive to incarcerate people. We need something else. Something
Hunger
between.
Games.
No, well, I love the gladiatorial system. That
I'm all
I've been a
about it.
long proponent for taking our worst criminals and making them fight to
Tucker,
the
that's
death
genius.
and selling it pay-per-view. The Running Man was not. It was a wonderful idea. Schwarzenegger could
Also
host it.
expensive.
But it is expensive.
Yeah.
But the pay-per-view numbers would vastly outpace that.
Look at
And you don't need-
UFC. It's a better UFC.
It'd be like the UFC, but mix the UFC. The UFC is a nice thing, but let's keep it there. I want it to be
Ultimate
more
Felon
like
Championship.
the Thunderdome, like the Thunderdome, right? It's a big bird cage, so that with like cages, so they can like fly around in there with some like bungee cords, so they can jump and fly around with weapons and stuff and
Jetpacks.
hack at each other.
And they all have
No
nicknames
jetpacks,
about
they
what
might
they
escape.
did.
yeah.
Like whatever their crime was. That's like their nickname. So you
The
get like
special needs torturer
Oh,
Richardson. They like push him out there. He's got
Marky the manslaughter Savard or whatever.
I
the
just
fuck.
had too much to drink. I'm so sorry.
It was vehicular. You know.
She just ran out in front of me. I swear.
Yeah, Kyle, maybe the answer is just to make capital punishment more efficient.
Beatings. I want public lashings. I think that public canings should definitely come into play. I really honestly do. For a certain level of crime, I don't know what it is. It's mostly piddling stuff, but it's like a DUI. Your third DUI, that's a caning.
That's too easy. That's too easy.
Yeah,
No. Like these.
Have you ever been caned?
I can't
Let's
believe
not
that
talk about my
caning-
private life.
I'm shocked that caning came up
Jackie's got
organically.
nothing on
I was
the
gonna say,
local
you want to
magistrate.
transition?
I have I have an article pulled up about caning.
Uh-huh.
So I will link that to you. And this is an example as to why caning could do a lot for American culture. So this is a story from 1994, and this 19-year-old American was in Singapore, and he was spray painting vandalism.
It's one
And
page,
because
read
he
it.
was raised in America, he thought vandalism meant you get a slap on the wrist and they say, hey, you no good, Nick, you quit that. You stop doing that right away, or maybe you might get in trouble. Nope, not in Singapore. In Singapore, they take graffiti very fucking seriously, apparently, because this guy got caught doing it, and they caned him publicly as a 19-year-old tourist
Read
from
it.
America. And, oh, it's pretty long.
It's one page.
Yeah,
then-
I mean, yeah, they said that he basically said he was dying after he got hit once, and I guess he only got caned 6 strokes and 4 months in jail. But it's a half-inch thick, and it was
Just-
reduced to 4. How like, and
4
it's that
strokes with
bad?
a baton cane on May 5th left 3 dark brown scars on his right buttock and 4 lines each about half an inch wide on his left buttock. Like that. Imagine the shock. Oh my God, I would love to see a video of this event just zoomed in on his face as you see the first understanding of what a caning is, as he's probably like, God, they're not going to beat me in public for spraying USA on the side of that old shitty building. I mean, they're not going to, what are they going to do? They're going to spank me in public? This is a weird cultural thing. Look at this. Oh, look at this little guy coming over. Oh,
I just
hello.
imagine like they bring him out, they position him in the center, and then like some ring announcer comes out, and now hailing from the northern province, Mr. Miyagi. Mr. Miyagi comes out with his cane, starts going through this whole kata. He's like flipping it around. You just hear it whistling through there. It was like something.
It's Singapore, and so nobody's got anything to do, and so there's just hundreds of people gathered around watching this. Yeah.
Dude, Singapore doesn't fuck around. Like, that's the one place I would never, ever consider. Like, chewing gum and putting it on the sidewalk is like a felony offense, some shit like that.
The cleanest
That's
sidewalks
that'll be
on
a canon.
That's
That'll
okay.
be a canon.
You know what? Petty crime in Singapore has to be a thing of the past at this point, when they're like, God, I could just spit my gum out 50 yards from here and put it in the garbage can, or I can spit it out right now. Well, do I want to risk getting caned in public?
Just swallow it, Mikey. Just
I'm just
swallow
gonna-
it. Don't take any
Right?
chances.
Swallow my gum. Like, I bet they have very well. I bet everybody tips their waiters and waitresses. I bet everybody's on their best behavior.
Dude,
You know,
so one, it was 12
yes,
strokes
sir.
to the cane.
No, ma'am.
So I
12
don't know why
strokes?
2 is 12, but yeah, that's what it says on Wikipedia. And he was found guilty of 50 counts of vandalism.
He spray painted lots of cars.
Is that what he
Well,
did?
then this fucking idiot.
Yeah,
Like
fuck that guy.
I thought he was just like USA on one building was like, oh no, like you got.
he was
I don't know
cars the
exactly
way I
how
recall.
Yeah,
Fuck
that's
that kid.
terrible. And
Yeah,
fuck
and
him.
there was a Simpsons episode made about this guy. Do you remember
Really?
that? Yeah. So the Simpsons go to Australia,
Yes.
and Bart does some faux pas, right? And he gets sentenced to the Australian version, a booting, where someone puts on a huge kicking boot and they kick you in the ass, and at the end they save Bart from the booting and like pull him away into the air.
Apparently, they were able to cheaply fix all the cars. Like, I think if you spray paint a car, you can actually wipe it off. Like,
Depends on the paint.
It's what it said on the article here.
Oh, well, good.
So, yeah, but the 12 strokes of the cane, and they counted next to him. They're like, bam, okay, Michael, 3 more. Boom, okay, 2 more. You're almost done. Boom, all right, just 1 more after this.
I can count, goddammit! You think I lose
Right.
the count?
I'm pretty-
I know exactly what number we're on, motherfucker.
At this point, you have 3 more stroke.
That might be part of the torture.
Yeah,
I don't
right?
know where I stand. Caning sounds
If I'm the guy
brutal,
counting, I'm
but-
like, wait, was it 2 or 3? No, it was 2. Right, I'm like, no, it was 3. It was 3. I swear, I only count 2. Look at my ass. You can count the hash marks.
No,
You
it's
got 5. They do like, you keep score like with 4 lines
the
down,
tally.
and 1 diagonal. Like, and the 1 to go on.
I like that idea.
I like the idea of that happening though, because like in real life I would never want that, but it's just interesting to think about how like the level of panic that set in when he got captured, because in the United States, like you could get arrested for murder and your punishment isn't going to be, all right, you have to spend 10 minutes in the ring with 3 angry cops that just beat the shit out of you or whatever. Like that's just not a punishment style here. So when someone says like, oh, you caught you with vandalism, your punishment is a caning. Like that has to be just like the worst feeling in the world. Like, oh my God, what year is it? They're going to beat me in public because I spray painted a couple of
maybe
shitty
first you don't
sporting
take it
cars?
serious. Maybe
Yeah.
first you don't take it serious. You're like, oh, a spanking is it to be? Well, I'll take my licks and be on my way. And then Mr. Miyagi, of course, comes out. Oh man, they
That's
whipped
why
his
it should
ass
be
good. Was he
televised.
nude? Was
Yeah.
it complete bare ass?
Probably.
I would
I
think so
assume,
because
but I don't know.
Yeah.
It matters big time, right? Like I bet it was bare ass. Whew, I'd hate to take a
did you
caning.
guys ever sneak extra clothes on when you were getting spanked as a kid?